is Danelle at Networkchain. Hope this finds you doing well and having a good start to your holiday season. Today, we're going to talk about the cryptocurrency market, give you an update as usual, and also go over probably the biggest story for sure over the past several weeks with regards to Binance. So let's go ahead and start off with what's going on in the market. Bitcoin is currently trading at $37,779. It's up a little over 3% over the past week. Ethereum is over that $2,000 line, currently trading at $2,082, and it's up over 6% over the last week. And then you can see BNB, given the news over the past week, it's dropped over 4% over the last week. XRP currently trading at 62 cents. Solana still doing quite well at that $58 mark, up 0.21%. So it's cooled off a little bit, staying pretty steady over the past 7 days. Then you have Cardano, at number 8, currently trading at over 5%, trading at 39 cents. Dogecoin closing in on 8 cents at 0.786 cents. And then we have Tron, Chainlink, and Toncoin rounding out the top 12. So if we look at Bitcoin and what's happened over the past week, it actually jumped over 38,000, over the last couple of days, and it hadn't done that in a while. So we're seeing that if we look here over the last 6 months, Bitcoin, this is actually a fairly good sign. When it does take a leg up, it's going to cool off. That's a good thing because what goes up must come down. So if we have a rocket ship all the way up to the top, then obviously there's a likelihood that we could have a huge plummet shortly thereafter. So if we have ups and downs, but there's, less downs than ups, then that's a good thing. That means that it's fairly healthy for the market to have some corrections when it comes to particularly Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency assets. So we actually are seeing that Bitcoin will take a leg up and then it kind of stays in a range for a little while, and then sometimes it may come back down or it can go right back up. So if it is able to stay in this range for a little while and then do another leg up, then that's a positive sign. But as we can see here over the past year, it is up over 100% at 127% currently as we go into the last month of 2023. Let's go ahead and compare it to some of the other more popular Bitcoin proxies. One of them is MicroStrategy. A lot of institutions, as we've talked about in the past, have invested in MicroStrategy because that is a publicly traded company and you do not have to hold any cryptocurrency. MicroStrategy started their Bitcoin strategy in 2020 and is now actually up on their Bitcoin holdings. They have over 158,000 Bitcoin, and given their holdings, they move pretty well correlated with Bitcoin. So as you can see, they're up over 200% over the past year. And then let's do one more, which is GBTC. We've talked about that as well. It's the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and they are trying to get that trust converted into a Bitcoin ETF. And as you can see, they've actually outperformed both MicroStrategy and Bitcoin year to date. So we are seeing that the cryptocurrency market is still doing quite well, particularly over these last several months, as there's more speculation that the spot Bitcoin ETF could be approved as early as January of 2024. So obviously we will continue to keep you posted on what's happening there and the demand that potentially could be coming into the cryptocurrency space. So as we see here, Grayscale's GBT discount to net asset value is at its narrowest since July of 2021. It's actually in under 10% of a discount, when earlier at the beginning of the year it was around 50 something percent discount compared to the net asset value of the Bitcoin that Grayscale holds. So as you can see, it has narrowed to a 2-year record of 8.6% on that discount. And generally speaking, if we do get the ETF, it's most likely then going to trade at net asset value. So people are trying to get into Grayscale and have been getting into the GBTC trust over these last several months and earlier this year, because it was trading at a discount, and they had that speculation that if we do end up having an ETF approval, then that discount will then basically be eliminated and it will trade directly at the net asset value. So right now, if you're able to get that discount, you inherently, if you buy it today or the last trading day, then you automatically would already have potentially an 8.6% gain. So the biggest story that we have learned of this past week is that Binance, which is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, has reached an agreement with the Department of Justice of the United States. They will be paying over $4 billion in fines to the Treasury of the United States, and the CEO, Changpeng Zhao, will be stepping down, or he has actually stepped down as the chief executive officer. He still will be able to keep his stake in Binance. He's already a multi-billionaire. I'm not sure the exact percentage of what he owns of Binance, but it's a significant amount. I believe it's definitely over 50% of the company. So he is still going to be raking in money. He is paying a $50 million fine, and he is going to be sentenced given his guilty plea. They did reach a settlement, so he did plead guilty to multiple charges related to them breaking anti-money laundering laws, but many people are speculating that if he does get jail time, it will be a very short period of time, but most likely he may not even get any jail time at all, maybe some type of house arrest or something along those lines. As you can see here, that he agreed to pay $50 million, and sentencing will occur at a later date. Some are saying that he may be a flight risk, but his representatives are saying that he is not a flight risk and he will be prepared and available for when that sentencing is to occur, most likely in the first half of 2024. So he had a announcement that he made, and it's posted here on X, and you can read the entire thing under CZ underscore Binance, and he talks about stepping down, and they will now have Richard Tang, who was formerly their global head of regional markets. He has now been named the new CEO of Binance. Now, given that Binance is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, that $4.3 billion fine that they're paying is basically a drop in the bucket, given the amount of money that this firm continues to print basically every single year. As you can see, they have over 5 billion in trading volume even after the news of this week. And so this is something that they do. This is just in 24 hours. So you can only imagine the type of volumes that they have per month and per year, and the amount of money that they're making from the different transaction fees and other ways in which they make money as a cryptocurrency exchange. So the SEC is also trying to go after a bunch of other cryptocurrency firms, and they have filed lawsuits against Coinbase, and Coinbase said that they are going to go to the furthest extent of the law in terms of defending themselves against this SEC suit. Same thing with Kraken. They've also had a suit filed against them with the SEC. And of course, many of you may have already heard about the head of FTX, which is now a bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange. The CEO has been found guilty of a bunch of different charges related to misuse of customer funds as well as fraud. So he is going to, and is in jail currently, and I believe he is awaiting his sentencing as well. So there's a lot that continues to go on the cryptocurrency space. All of these types of news stories definitely affect the cryptocurrency market. So it's very important to stay posted, particularly if you're interested in investing and or trading in the cryptocurrency market. You want to stay on top of what is going on in the market, because anything can happen and it can definitely affect what goes on with the prices of these cryptocurrencies. You always want to be reminded that Bitcoin is the head honcho, and a lot of times it is the cryptocurrency that leads the pack. So they are the tide that rises all boats. So you definitely want to keep an eye out on Bitcoin as you consider investing or looking into the cryptocurrency market. So we just want to wish you all a very happy holiday season as we get started here in the United States and around the world. Wishing you and yours a very happy and healthy and joyous holiday season going into the new year. We appreciate you and are very thankful for you watching and keeping up with us here at Networkchain, and we hope that we can do our best to tell you a little bit about what's going on in this emerging and fascinating market. In the meantime, take care. Make sure to check us out on X and IG. Bye-bye.